What up, you Teamers here. Since I'm doing my reviews for the Bond movies because of No Time to Die, here's this is literally the actual film style. So Facebook, don't take my video down because yeah, this is the actual film style. All right. But here's my review. I was even hesitant to do a review for this because of the title itself. But I gotta do my reviews for all the Bond movies. So here is my review for the 1983 Bond film, simply titled Octopussy. Yeah, that's the actual film's title. I mean, why didn't they go with something else like just regular Octo? I don't know, but this is the actual title. All right. So yeah, because the main character is actually the film's title. So yeah, now this is also the latest Bond movie should be directed by John Glenn, who I think did such like he's probably one of the best Bond movie directors in my opinion. I always thought John Glenn did a great job with his Bond movies. Once again, this is of course pretty much Roger Moore's sixth outing as Bond. I think he's probably the one actor who actually played Bond the most. Maybe Sean Connery probably too, but Roger Moore plays this role perfectly. The film's title is actually taken from the short story by Ian Fleming. In his 1966 short story collection, Octopussy and the Living Daylights, which also the Living Daylights also got turned into a feature too. So yeah, I mean, this time around you got Bond once again played by Roger Moore, who is assigned to task, pretty much signed the task of following a megalomaniac Soviet general who is stealing jewelry and objects from the Kerman art repository. And this also leads Bond to this wealthy exile African prince named Kamal Khan and his associate, which is actually Tyler, whose actually name is Octopussy, and the discovery of a plot to force discovery to the Western Europe with the use of nuclear weapons here. Of course, you had Louis Jordan who plays the role of Kamal Khan. Maud Adams plays the entire pretty much plays the entire character, so that's kind of why it's called that. Now, the name Octopussy was also pretty much referenced in the movie Ted. Um, so yeah, but anyway, you also had Christina Wayborn who plays the role of Magna, who's this trusted subordinate and henchwoman to Octopussy and Khan. So they don't only have henchmen; they also had henchwomen. So yeah, but anyway, now, also, Austin Paris Gomez, I think it was, actually also parodied Octopussy as well. Remember the fake trailer they used in the beginning that had Tom Cruise as Austin with Kevin Spacey as Dr. Evil, Grant Paltrow, and all. So Austin Paris Gomez also parodied Octopussy as well. But anyway, yeah, this movie is definitely it's not really the best Bond movie. Like it actually, most critics would probably call it the worst one because it does have 43%. But it's not so bad. Roger Moore, once again does a really decent job here. Maud Adams was really gorgeous back in the days. I mean, yeah, Louis Jordan, I mean, uh, he's not Blofeld or anything like that, but I thought he was a pretty good Bond villain here. You also had Steven Burkhoff, who plays General Orlov, who's the Soviet general who actually works with Khan to bomb the U.S. airbase. So there's that. Desmond Llewellyn playing Q, who's of course MI6's gadget designer. Of course, Q has been a character in the Daniel Craig Bond movies as well. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, of course you had Luke Maxwell was also great in this. Yovat, Emma Trotty was also great. George McDonough Fraser was one of the riders, along with Ian Fleming and Richard Malibran. The writing was pretty decent here. Definitely had some really cool action here. I mean, one of the writers is actually the same people who did the script for Mel Gibson's Ransom, by the way. So there's that. This movie, of course, got released in 1983, which was a pretty cool time year for films. And this was actually like the 13th entry of the James Bond franchise, and it's not really the best work, like the best Bond movie or anything like that, but it's definitely pretty fun. It is an entertaining one. You know, the like high points here was pretty cool. The stunt work was really decent. The henchwoman was great here. Uh, so yeah, I mean, it's not a bad film in my opinion. I mean, like I said, I wish they had a title change because that's I could imagine what it was like when this movie first got released. Hey, could I get one ticket to see Octopussy? Yeah, I can imagine what was that like back in the days. I guarantee you, this film would not have been called that if it was released today. You know. So yeah, the '80s was a. Granted, I was not born in the '80s, but from what I've seen, the '80s seemed like a weird time. But that aside, Octopussy is not so bad. I mean, weird name, but it's still pretty fun. It is entertaining. I mean, a film called Octopussy that's very PG. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I pretty highly doubt that parents took their kids to see a movie simply titled Octopus. Okay. Granted, the PG-13 rating was not pretty much was not around by the time this movie got released. So yeah, and I don't think they were gonna have like none of the Bond movies were ever rated R. So obviously they're not gonna have an R-rated Bond movie. But that aside, it's not so bad in my opinion. If you guys haven't seen it, give it a go. You might like it or you might not like it. Anyway, yeah, you would not have seen the Down Craig movies be cordless. So yeah. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen the Bond movie Octopussy? If so, what's over? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Were you a fan of the title? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simmy sign out.